wherever you may be in the world. Thank you for joining me for another edition of the Truth Conductor Show. I do not own the rights to this music. Um, Whether you want to participate or whether you want to sit on the sidelines, change is coming. Change, change is here. And that change is going to catch a lot of people off guard because they're so used to the bullying and the intimidation working. That's all they know. And those are the people that are going to get a big surprise when they finally find out that stuff ain't effective no more. What's going on, gamer? Yeah, TCTV. Um, matter of fact, I probably need to go and I gotta work on my website at 9 o'clock. Um, I gotta work on my website at 9 o'clock. So I just thought I'd come up in here and just kind of say to people, man, I know it's rough. I know it ain't easy, but change is coming. And that's what I can tell you, man. I know it ain't easy, but change is coming. Change is coming. Okay? It's coming. It's here. And a lot of people ain't ready for it. A lot of people haven't even prepared for it. A lot of people don't even believe it. But it's here, man. And it's going to come, I'm telling you. And you're going to find so many people that are going to miss moments that they wish they could get back because they didn't recognize it. See, if there's ever a time for you to start doing some good, putting it into the atmosphere, this is the time for you to start putting as much good, not from your head, man, because you're trying to manipulate the system. I'm talking about from your heart. Okay? Seeing some stuff that you walk up on and you agree with me, you say, man, I can do that. And see, the reason we don't trust each other now is because we got too many sob stories that have been effective. See, that's the reason people don't trust now, because too many sob stories have been successful. See, they manipulate folk emotions and they thinking it's real and it ain't. And now they don't want to trust nobody. See, that's what's wrong with good people. Because good people have been manipulated and used because they don't know how to pick out right from wrong. That's good people's problem. See, they don't know how to pick out right from wrong. Who's who? And man, in fact, see, good people don't want to say no out of guilt. See, good people don't want to say no. See, they want to be the where all they want to be everything, and you can't be everything, man. Sometimes you're gonna have to say no, and that's what's Good people don't want to do, they don't want to say no. That's why they keep falling for the sob stories, because they don't want to say no. Okay? Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do, because they don't want to say no. And they're the ones falling for the sob stories that don't exist. And then after a while, you're going to think everybody's like that, and everybody's not. And then the right person come along, you looking at with suspicion. See, because your poor choices, and you can't blame your poor choices on nobody else. It's just that simple. And see, and here's the thing, man. And I keep telling y'all. See, a lot of people want to receive. A lot of people want to be on the receiving end. But most folk, hey, Tanya, how you doing? But see, most folk don't want to be on the giving end. And you can't receive if you don't want to give. And you got so many people right now that are scared to give, but they want to receive. But in their mind, they're scared. See, here's the problem. See, most folk don't want to trust nobody, but they want everybody to trust them. Let me say that shit again. See, most folk don't want to trust nobody, but they want everybody to trust them. See, that's what the problem is. Right there. That's what the problem is. See, everybody wants to be trusted, but they ain't trying to trust nobody. And so consequently, don't nothing get done. You don't solve nothing. You don't put nothing on the table because you can't trust. And the sad part about it, the person that you don't want to trust ain't done nothing to you. Ain't done a thing to you. But you don't want to trust them. You're afraid to trust. And see, and this is one, you know, if shit, that might be where the money is, man. Getting people back trusting each other again. That might be where the money is. Might be. Could very possibly be where the money is. Breaking down those barriers, man. So people can start trusting each other again. And see, when you find a person that say what they mean and mean what they say, they ain't about no foolishness. Let me say that again. When you find a person that say what they mean and mean what they say, see, they ain't about a whole bunch of deception and trickery and sleight of hand. They ain't about all of that. Because they're going to come at you straight. And this is the problem. Most folk don't know how to recognize a person that's coming at them straight. Okay? Because they so used to people coming slithering, like a damn snake. See, that's how most folk be slithering. They ain't gonna come at you just like this here. They coming like this. See, that's how most people coming at you. Okay, and you can't and you get lost with the motion. But when somebody's coming at you straight, see, you meeting that head on, man. But with that snake, see, you ain't gonna meet a snake head on, cause that's the way that they slither. That's how they slither. See, you can't meet them head on. But you know, a lion, shoot, you gonna meet a lion here. Shit, shit. You run into a lion, buddy. That's a one on one. So it's I'm telling y'all, change is here. You gonna start seeing more people that are going to look for some peaceful solutions. Cause this race war that they trying to start affects us all. I mean, cause and innocent people gonna get hurt. Innocent people gonna get hurt, man. That ain't in the wrong place at the wrong time. And you know what? And see, and this is another reason you need to get your life together, so that you can abide under the shadow, under the wings of the Almighty. See, this is why the times that we are in now. See, this is why your spiritual life is so important right now. See, you want to do what you want, when you want, how you want, with who you want. You ain't got no protection. Let me say that again. See, if you want to do what you want, how you want, when you want, with who you want, you ain't got no protection. See, only the people that are living a righteous lifestyle. Now, notice I didn't say perfect. I said righteous. And see, what the enemy has done has got Christians back on their heels because they're trying to equate righteousness with perfection. And see, and Christians are on their heels with that. And righteousness is not about perfection. Righteousness is not harmful. Righteousness ain't gonna lie to you, ain't gonna cheat you, ain't gonna deceive you, ain't gonna steal from you, ain't gonna manipulate you. See, that's righteousness. Okay? And I'm telling you, man, see, you want now is the time you need to be trying to get connected. And see, when you do this, you might even lose some of your family members. Cause, they don't believe like you believe. And all I can tell y'all is, God gonna need some examples in the earth realm. God gonna need some examples. And man, I'm trying to live so I can be one, Lord. Use me as an example in the earth realm. Yeah, use me. I'll volunteer. And now, if that means I got to go through some stuff before I get to to be that example, then so be it. Let me go through it. But so many folk, man, want something for nothing. I see it every day, when I'm down and see now I'm beginning to understand When I'm down at the White House and I'm playing other countries' national anthems, and I can always tell when somebody from that country is in the crowd, because 9 times out of 10 they're gonna have a phone pointed at me. Okay, recording. And it's interesting that I put out a positive vibration, and yet people are afraid to respond to that positive vibration. They're afraid to reciprocate with a positive reaction. You see, and this is why a lot of people don't understand why ain't nothing working in their life. Because you're operating out of fear. You're scared of everything. Only way you're going to learn something is you have to make a mistake. Let me say that again. The only way you're going to learn something is you have to make a mistake. And what's the one thing people don't want to do? They don't want to make a mistake, which means they ain't learning. They stagnant because they don't want to make a mistake. And if you're going to learn something, man, you got to jump in the water, man, whether you can swim or not. If you can't swim, you better learn how to swim while you're in there. You see, and that's called not giving up. When you can't swim and you find yourself in a body of water and you start swimming anyway. Because, you know, I remember this story about um, these football players went out in the Gulf of Mexico somewhere, down in Florida somewhere. Anyway, um, a storm came up and the boat capsized. And one white guy was holding on to the motor. And he was out there for like 3 or 4 days before they found him. And he said he couldn't let his mama worry about how he died. Now the rest of the guys were athletes, and they all drowned. They gave up. They gave up, and they drowned. But this one guy held on to that motor, man, because he wasn't giving up. Can you imagine? Can you imagine being in that circumstance and you in the middle of the ocean all by yourself and ain't nobody around? You ain't got no phone. You can't call nobody. All you can do is hold on for dear life. That's all you can do. And see, and a lot of people take stuff like that for granted. They act like they can never be put in a situation where they got to hold on for dear life. I pray I never get put in that situation. But some people do. Some people make it through, some don't. Just that simple. Okay? And see, If you don't know how to hold on now, see, if you trying to hold on man's way, how man tell you to do it, you might have some problems. If you doing it man's way, you gonna have some problems. Because when you're doing it man's way, see, you always got to figure out how. God diggity dog. That was good to me. See, when you trying to do it man's way, you always got to figure out how. But when you're doing it God's way, you have to take your hands off the wheel. When you're doing it God's way, and you follow your intuition, because that's how he gonna talk to you, through your intuition. That's how he gonna, and see, and let me tell you, see, if your intuition is telling you hit on another man's spouse or another woman's a husband or wife, that ain't God. That ain't God telling you to get his or her phone number and you married. That ain't God. Okay? So let's be real about that. See, a lot of folks don't want to be real about what voice they listening to. And they trying to blame it all on God, and all of that ain't God. Because you got a lot of voices trying to be the default voice. Got a lot of them. All right? Man, thank y'all for joining me. I hope somebody got something out of this. Okay? I hope it helps somebody. Because that's all I'm trying to do right now. Man, it's just enlighten people. To say, if this is the moment for you to keep your hand open, and so many people got their hand just like this, and that's what they get, nothing. Because their hands are just like this, okay? And when your hand is like this, ain't nothing gonna get in here. You trying to hold on to what you got, and you're not trusting God and taking your hands off. All right? See y'all later.